Well, choosing a PR firm traditionally goes something like this. You're either basing it off of, do you want to go with a giant firm with offices around the world that are more inclined to support a more corporate level, or do you want smaller boutiques that are more creative, more tentative, but don't necessarily operate on the same type of scale? I think that with one of the selections that I saw, specifically with DKC, it's based in Orlando. They have offices actually in Orlando, Chicago, DC, New York, and San Fran. They kind of give a different choice. They kind of like have this new hybrid of what PR firms we've seen with digital media that combine the creativity and expertise of a senior level engagement of a boutique agency with the same type of strategic abilities that will kind of base intellectual capital and the bandwidth of a large corporation. So when you look at DKC, for example, that's the one I'm mostly interested in. Their team, everyone started on a very smaller scale, and they decided we're going to keep that same type of niche environment and put it on a larger scale. Um, let's see. If you look at the basis of the questions that we had, defining the market that we want to work with and the type of fields within that market, PR is kind of interesting, and I think everyone in this group would know why. Specifically, just because we have the ability to select the type of clients we want, to know exactly what type of campaign we're looking towards having for the next couple of months, whether it be a long term or short term campaign. And given the extension of the campaign will kind of determine how much of an impact we're looking to have for this company. No matter if it is nonprofit, government agency, the scope of that won't necessarily change. It really is kind of just depending on the length of the campaign itself. Um, and like that kind of ties into activity number two as well. Like when we did the talent today personality assessments, my results were actually kind of weird because it essentially is trying to say I'm a very balanced person, which I'm not. My ease in public, I got the highest as far as communication, meaning like I can easily open up to others and just have full blown conversation, which is very true. But that also followed in saying that I'm very patient and I have an open responsiveness, which is completely untrue. I'm a very impatient person. But I think on a professional level, I can be patient with clients because this is more so of a development issue. And I think that that's like, okay, well, I'm more prone to walk someone through a process they have no idea what they're doing, as opposed to the type of impatience I have with, let's say, my friends or my family, where it's like, you should know better. And I think we kind of get that practice, specifically with PR, because we're guiding people in an industry that have no idea what they're doing, and they're solely relying on us to necessarily make something, whether it be exposure or opportunity, happen for them. And it's similar to the type of patience that you kind of have with a child in a sense. So your client becomes your baby, it becomes your child. And I think that my personality radar kind of showcases how that is very adamant for me in that area for communication. And it certainly follows through with persuasion, self confidence, autonomy, and then again responsiveness. But I'm very low on the patient side. I believe personally.